Hi viewers, welcome to my presentation. I am B. Swati, degree first year BCom General. I came from Telangana Tribal Welfare Residential Degree College for Women, Mahabubabad. So, before going to start my class, I wish to ask a question. What is the precious kind in our human being living? Yes friends, the precious kind in our human being living is money. To earning money in human being living, so we have to perform many exercises like education purpose, business purpose and profession purpose. In these three purposes we can earn money in a successful manner. And in these three purposes, now I am ready to discuss with you about a business. Nowadays most of the people are depending in business activities. So business activity involves human activities. Human activity classified into two categories. They are economic activity and non-economic activity. Economic activity mainly refers to earning profit without involves and it doesn't includes any love, affection, charity and religious commitment among the consumers. So economic activity always refers to earning profit, and a few examples for economic activity is a teacher works in school, a boy works in shop and a doctor works in hospital. And the major examples of the economic activity is business, profession and employment. Business, it implies to earning money, and profession, it is a occupation of a particular person. Employment also renders money. So this is about economic activity. And non-economic activity. Non-economic activity, it doesn't involve any monetary transactions. It depends on love, affection, charity and religious commitments. For example, non-economic activities prefers a mother cooking food to her child with love and affection. And Mother Teresa built so many missionaries of charity to serve the poor people. So this is about economic and non-economic activities. Next friends, look at this slide. This slide depicts that business definition. So business is an economic activity, involves production, exchange and distribution of sale of goods and services with objective to earning profit in various kinds. So characteristics of business. Here characteristics of business organization is economic activity deals with goods and services. Business refers to economic activity. Always business can propose to earn money in our livelihood, to get a successful livelihood, and it always deals with the goods and services. We can collect various types of raw materials from various places to make a new good and service to supply to the consumers, and this is the function of a business. Creation of utility. So while producing of goods and services in a factory or in a business organization, it must and should depends on creation of utility, desire of a consumer. They can modify and they can manufacture the goods which are useful to the consumers, and they can take the desires and wants about the goods and service. And continuity in dealing. Business activity is always continuity in dealing process. So if any uncertainties will occur in that business organization, so it doesn't affect next person of that organization, who is the eldest person in that organization. He may take his responsibilities and he may fulfill his obligations. Profit motive. The main motive of a business organization to earning profit. Without expecting and money into a business, it doesn't consider as a business organization. Risk and uncertainty. To reach our business targets into a successful manner, so we should afford some risk into business organization. And uncertainties, if there are any uncertainties will occur in the business, so that could not affect by that uncertainties. The uncertainties like death, insolvency, insanity and retirement of a person into business. And business is also a social institution. business is also social institution. It prefers to voluntary association. Some business are like economic activity and some are non-economic activity. So social institution involves a non-economic activity. It doesn't affect any type kind of money, and it always prefers to their blood relationship and other so on. Art as well as science. To start up a business organization, the art and science, these two are the essential kinds in the business organization. Without art and science, we cannot perform the business. Art, it is a new innovation and new methods, creative ideas which are comes from a partner or a person. And science, it is an conducting of law. The court of law is gave some rules and regulations according to business. So we should not cross that rules and regulations. We should follow by the conducting of law. So friends, this is about business and business characteristics. Next, we will throw next slide. This slide depicts that business involvements. Here, business equals to industry plus commerce. Business, the main function of business is production and distribution. After the completion of production of goods and services, they can collect the raw materials from different places and requirements from different places and different kinds of requirement. They can produce a new good which are depending on consumer utilities. After the completion of and process of that good, it can lead to distribution. After the completion of production, it distribute to the industry. So industry main function is also an production. Industry refers to manufacture, process or producing of goods and services. After the completion of producing in industry, the next activity is going in commerce. So commerce is classified into two categories, trade and aids to trade. Trade, it is nothing but buying and selling of goods and services. So trade also classified into two categories, home trade and foreign trade. Home trade is classified into two categories. They are wholesale trade and retail trade. Home trade is nothing but the buying and selling of goods and services activities is held within a country, within the boundaries of our country. For example, we are the Indians. The buying and selling goods and services is held in only in our India without interference of a second country or other country. And it involves two types, wholesale and retail. Wholesale means the person who is expert to sell the large quantity of goods and services. He is known as wholesale. Wholesale have given a link, that is producing and wholesaler after retailer. After the completion of producing of goods and services, they can transfer to the wholesaler at a medium price. After the receiving of wholesaler that goods, that can transfer to the retail at a huge amount. So here the wholesaler is benefited by the retail and producer is benefited by the wholesaler. This is about wholesale. And retail, the person who is expert to selling of goods and services in a small quantity, he is known as retail trade. And retail trade follows wholesaler to the retailer and retailer to the consumers. It can take process from wholesaler to the retailer and retailer to the consumers according to the consumers utility. They can purchase the selling activities going held in our business organization depending on creation of consumers utilities. So this is about home trade. And next, foreign trade. Foreign trade deals with buying and selling of goods and services to or more than countries. So it refers in two or more than countries. It is known as foreign trade. Foreign trade also classified into three categories: export trade, import trade and import trade. Export trade, it is nothing but selling of goods and services to another country. For example, India is export tea leaf to United Kingdoms. This is about export trade. And import trade, purchasing goods from other country, it is known as import. If some products are manufactured in our country but some are not available in our country, so we can import that goods and services into our country. It is known as import trade. An example for import trade is India importing the petroleum from Saudi Arabian countries. It is import trade. And entreport trade. The entreport trade is prefers to exporting goods from other country and it reselling to the other country. Importing trade from one country and it exports to the other country. It also known as re-exporting trade. So these are the foreign trade activities. Next, aids to trade. Aids to trade also involves transportation, communication, advertising, warehousing, banking and insurance. So transportation, the transportation is takes place from one place to another place. For example, production origin to the consumption origin, where the producing of goods and services is finally made, after it can transfer to other places to creating selling activity into our business organization. So transport is takes place in three ways. They are land, water and airways. Next, communication. The communication is much important in commerce. The communication is held between producer or manufacturer to the consumer. Warehousing. After the completion of made finally goods, they can store in some warehouses. For example, woolen cloth and umbrella. Woolen cloth is demanded in winter season and umbrella is demanded in rainy season. They have demand in such that seasons. So in remaining seasons, the warehouses helps to store the goods and services. Insurance is a major usable advantage to the aids to trade. Insurance can provide loss. Insurance can bear the loss of a business organization. And banking can provide us a loan to start up a business. The 10 lakhs of rupees are limited, but we have just 10 lakhs of rupees. So we can borrow the 5 lakhs of rupees from any bank in the way of loans. And advertising. It refers to after the completion of goods and services, we should give some advertisement to making selling activity into the business organization. So these are the business involvements. So have you understood, friends? Yes. Next, we will go through the another slide. Here, this slide is in this slide we are observing that business organizations. Business organizations are classified into two categories. They are private undertaking and public undertaking. Private undertaking, it is classified into 5 categories. So we will discuss a broad information about that 5 categories. Sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship, a single person. Sole and proprietor means a owner. A single owner can run a business organization by his own will. Example for sole proprietorship is beauty parlor, barber shop or etc. And joint Hindu family system. According to Hindu Succession Act, joint Hindu family business is continuous from one generation to another generation. The head of the family is known as Karta and remaining members are known as co-persons of that organization. And it involves Dayabhaga and Mitakshara community systems. And partnership. Partnership, it is an association of 2 or more members to pool their financial and managerial resources into business organization and to carry equal sharing of profits and losses. Cooperative society. Cooperative society is an voluntary association. It always helps people to promote their economic interest. And the main motto of a cooperative society is each for all and all for each. It is about cooperative society. And joint stock company. Here joint stock company, it refers to joint stock company according to Companies Act 2013. Under the undertaking of Companies Act 2013, it organization under 2013 Companies Act. So these are private undertakings. Next, friends, we will go through public undertakings. Public undertakings are departmental organization. In departmental organization, the just departmental members can run this organization without interference of other persons. So it is departmental organization. And government companies. Government companies refers to and it mainly maintained by the government people without private or without any public. And public corporation. In public corporation, the publics can allow to run this business, whether it's a small or whether it's a large organization. Yes friends, these are the private and public undertakings into business organization. So next we move on to the another slide. So here we are observing that meaning of sole proprietorship. Meaning of sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship means a single owner who can run his organization by his own will. He can perform as a manager, organizer, advisor and controller of that business organization. He can take in the profit and he bears the loss. Some features of sole proprietorship is single ownership. A single person can handle the business organizations. No sharing of profit and losses. In sole proprietorship, there is only one person, so there is no any way to sharing of profit or losses into his business. One man capital. To start up the sole proprietor organization, just one man can invest the capital whichever amount needed for the startup of a business organization. And unlimited liability occurs to sole proprietorship. While compared to other organizations, sole proprietorship has a unlimited liability and less legal formality. While comes to the sole proprietorship, this organization should not register compulsory under the Companies Act 2013, and there are less legal formalities. They can run by their own will and one man control. In sole proprietorship, just a one man control is happening without interference of a third party. It is known as sole proprietorship and its features. Yes friends, next I visible to explain another slide. We will go through it. So here this slide is depicts joint Hindu family business. Joint Hindu family business. According to Hindu Succession Act 1956, the joint Hindu family business continues from one generation to the another generation. So the head of the family is known as Karta and members are known as co-persons. In this joint Hindu family business, the two communities were involved. They are Dayabhaga and Mitakshara. Dayabhaga system is prevalent in community system of West Bengal, Assam and in parts of Odisha. In Dayabhaga system, there is equal rights to the male and female. While comes to Mitakshara, it is prevalent in our India except the Assam, West Bengal and some parts of the Odisha. According to Amendment Act 2005, there is a chance to maintain a partner of their daughters also, and it also protects the both male and female interest into the joint Hindu family business. So features of joint Hindu family business. Formation. To form a business or to form joint Hindu family business, at least two members in their family. It should not protected on law but does not depends on agreement. There is no any agreement in joint Hindu family business. Governed by Hindu law. According to Hindu Succession Act 1956, the rules and regulations of joint Hindu family business is maintained in 1956 Act. Membership. By the birth, only the members can get a membership to participate as a partner into joint Hindu family business. Management. This joint Hindu family business is managed by Karta or owner, who is the eldest person in their family. He can control and manage entire the organization. It is management. Profit sharing. Profit sharing held equally to all the Karta and all the co-persons in the business organization. Liability. While comes to the liability, the co-persons have a limited liability when compared to the Karta, but Karta have a unlimited liability. To repayment of that liability, he can liable to his own assets to repayment of debts. And continuity. If there are any uncertainties will occur in the business organization in joint Hindu family, the next person, eldest person in their family, he can liable, he can responsible, and he can fulfill their obligations in joint Hindu family business. So friends, this is about joint Hindu family business. Next slide, it is an meaning of partnership firm. Partnership is an association of two or more persons who pool their financial and managerial resources, agree on a business and share its profits or losses. The person who form a partnership, individual firm, are collectively known as a partner into a partnership firm. Definition of the partnership firm is, according to Section 4 and Partnership Act 1932, it defines partnership as the relationship between the persons who have agreed to share the profits and loss of business carried by all or anyone acting. So this is meaning and definition about partnership firm. And features of partnership firm. Here features of partnership firm is showing that formation is very easy in partnership firm while compared to the other organization, because there are more than two persons, they can handle their organization in a easy manner. Association of two or more persons. In partnership firm there are two or more persons, so they can associate together, and there are minimum is 2 members and maximum 10 members in business activity, but not more than 20 members. It is the association of two or more persons. Unlimited liability. The partnership firm have a unlimited liability while compared to other organization. So the liability is bared by all the partners who are participating in a business organization. Principal and agent relationship. The principal and agent, these both are essential in formation of partnership firm. This can play a major role to formation of a partnership firm. The partner, while discuss with the agent, he can become a principal, and the agent, while become with principal, they can become an agent. And voluntary registration. According to Indian Partnership Act 1932, it is not a compulsory to register under that, but without the registration of that organization, they can suffer with many limitations in further in their business activities. So the registration is compulsory in partnership firm. Next slide is types: active partner, dormant partner, nominal partner, and minor as a partner, partner by estoppel, and partner by holding out. Here, active partner performs in day-to-day life operations. Dormant partner is a sleeping partner. He doesn't involve in day-to-day life activities. And nominal partner he is an arranged by the firm. Minor has a partner. Minor can perform partnership into the partnership firm. Below 18 years, they can also have a right to participate in partnership organization. Partner by estoppel. Estoppel, it is a false representation of a partner. Partner by holding out, it is arrangement of, and it is an artificial person into that organization. These are the types of partners and advantages and disadvantages of partnership. Easy to form, large resources, better decision, protection of minority interest, and secrecy. And disadvantages: unlimited liability, limited capital, non-transferability of share, delay in decision making, and possibility of conflicts. These are advantages and disadvantages of partnership firm. Next slide, it is about limited liability partnership firm. The limited liability partnership firm, our Indian government passed the act in 2008, but it was noticed in 31st March 2009. According to this, LLP shall be a body of corporate and separate legal entity. It should be carry on a lawful business organization. Features of LLPs: limited liability, separate legal entity, numbers of members, mutual rights and duties, and perpetual succession. Limited liability occurs in LLP while compared to other organization. It have a separate legal entity while compared to partnership or sole proprietorship. And numbers of members, there are 2 members in that organization. One member is designated resident of our India. This is a numbers of members. Perpetual succession. If there is an effect, uncertainties will occur in that business organization. It does not affect by that uncertainty. Mutual rights and duties. The mutual rights and duties given by the government, they can follow by that. So I really thankful to our Gurukulam Society and TSAT. I really thankful to my dynamic principal madam and my mentor teacher. I really thankful to them. So thank you friends to listening my class. This is class.